Hello there, my loving fans. It is I, Mecha Slash. Now, I've heard about Monsters Ball for the longest time, decided to check it out with some of the boys, and I must say it was a very good film. Now, I know a lot of my fans out there, knowing the perverted fuck that I am, are only saying, are going to be like, well, you're only saying it's a good movie because of the sex scenes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must say, those scenes did, in fact, make me feel good. But it is not the only reason I enjoyed that movie. Great sex scenes that they were! Now, I know everybody, even if you haven't seen the movie, you've seen that sex scene. Famous for that sex scene, but at the same time, very good movie. Starts off with the two main characters, Billy Bob and Halle Berry. Now, Billy Bob has a very strained relationship with his son. He works in a prison who, at the same time, Halle Berry's husband is on death row at that prison, and he works there. Now, Halle Berry's husband is nowhere getting out, and they bring her fat fuck son there to say his goodbyes, all that shit. And, that happens, and, shit happens. Halle Berry slaps her son around because he's fat and he's hiding food from her, all that fat kid stuff that fat kids usually do. Now, advancing the plot, the father gets executed, and the son makes friends with the guy who gets executed, Diddy. And the father's all bad and shit. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, huh? Why the fuck did you do that? And he's all pushing his son, and his son, he tells his son, you're just like your mother. And the son snaps, pushes him back, and they have a little fight. And it shows a strange relationship between the father and son. And I'm sitting there like, goddamn. Now, Dirty D was he always tried to tell my ass there's no such thing as a bad father. Well, that son ends up killing himself because of his father. As he says, I always hated you. And he's like, I always loved you, Pop. And he shot himself. He popped one in the stomach. It was over. And the grandfather, he's the actor he's the old man from Everybody Loves Raymond. It's kind of funny. We made some Raymond jokes, this and that. But nonetheless, it was a very good movie. It turns out the son dies too. They both lose a son. And that's where the famous sex scene comes on rolling in. I rewinded it twice. Not gonna lie. That was very... If you've seen Halle's tits before, If you have not seen that scene yet, I recommend that scene. If you don't want to spend an hour and a half getting to the scene, I would say at least go on Pornhub or something and look that scene up. It's so good it's on porn sites. Can you believe that? Though also, did you know that woman from Prometheus, man? Hey, you know that woman from Prometheus? Mm-hmm. She was in a lesbian scene. Yeah. Like, I saw her getting rammed up the pussy with a strap on. I was like, wait a minute, isn't that what's her name? She was in the scene too. These scenes, I tell you missed them as a kid. But I loved it. I now realize my parents, when I was younger, always told me not to watch Monsters Ball. But I'm telling all the youth out there who have not seen it, watch this movie. Or at least watch the scene. You can't go wrong either way. I give this, what would you give this movie?
Out of what?
5.
Yeah, that's right. Like 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5, 4, whatever. 4 Mecha Slash stars, whatever. I mean, it was a very enjoyable movie. I was at no time really bored.
Hey, Robin. Hey. How's the house hunting going?
Interesting theme, interesting setting, all that. Good sex scene! In fact, that might be the reason. It feels like if that movie didn't have that sex scene, I'd give it a 3. Still a good movie, but that sex scene ended the deal for me. But not the only reason I liked the movie. But it was the icing on the cake, you understand? I know I keep bringing up the scene, but what else can I say? Billy Bob was one lucky son of a bitch. But as a friend of mine always loved to say, it should have been Diddy.